Hi everyone, welcome back to Colonel Blossom, Volume 1, Episode 10, where Kumiko got a very exciting experience during her work in Episode 9. So what happened was that Keiji and Kumiko wanted to give Arne something to do rather than just having her sit there and watch them do the work, because it kind of gets boring, if you imagine. So Arne got to be at the controls for the VORKS machine that Kumiko was testing, and Arne gave Kumiko an experience that's similar to a thrilling ride from Roller Coaster Tycoon. And, well, at least Kumiko knows her limits. So after Keiji pulled her out from the VORKS machine because she passed out, Arne wanted more, but Kumiko said, that's enough for now, but we can do it again in the future. And now the big boss is here, Tetsuji. So he's Keiji's grandfather, who also owns the shop. And I'm pretty sure he saw everything that happened. And I'm pretty sure as well that he's upset with what Kumiko and Keiji were doing. Because, well, time is money. You're supposed to get this machine all fixed and all ready to go ASAP so that we can pass this on to the customer and work on the next assignment. So let's see what he says. And Keiji feels the nervousness and the tension from his grandfather. I turn around sharply in surprise. Standing there is a short and stocky old man. He looks almost like a Daruma doll. My grandpa, and the head of Osaki Ironworks, Tetsuji Osaki. Gramps, when did you, show up? So Kumiko's trying to give them the impression that, well, we're done with everything that we were assigned today, so, there was some extra time, and that's when I wanted Arne to play with us. He responds to Kumiko with a short grunt. Her body stiffens up under his glare. So he's a pretty intense guy, so it's no surprise that someone so unused to him would get nervous. Repairs are finished. So, just checks. Okay, so Tetsuji notices that, Keiji and Kumiko let Arne to play at the controls. Oh, so, you mean Arne? No, we only let her inside our mech. We don't let her touch the customer's machines at all. I'm not really sure what he's trying to tell Tetsuji, because Arne did touch the machine, and I'm pretty sure that VORKS machine is for another customer. Oh, so there's one machine that they own themselves, and that's the one that Kumiko was testing, and Keiji let Arne play with it. And obviously, she's clueless about what's going on and can't respond. So Gramps challenges Arne to a staring contest, but Kumiko's the most jittery of them all for some reason. Arne? Where did that name come from? Oh, yeah, that's her name. She's called Arne. So who gave her that name? Well, we know who. Okay, Shino did. But then Keiji was the one that proposed some ideas for Shino, if you remember from episode 7. So Shino tries to justify that. Well, it's Keiji that the one that gave me suggestions. Well, but Shino was the one that gave the final name. Okay. And Gramps takes it as is. So Gramps releases Arne from his stare, having apparently lost interest upon hearing those words. His gaze shifts to the VORKS that's been left in our care. It's the one that Kumiko and I fixed today. So I'm thinking that this is the one from the beginning of this game where it was for a customer, Yomasa, if I remember. And then there was an incident that happened, and Keiji used this machine to go figure out what's wrong. And when it came back to the workshop, it was in pieces. And I think they spent the whole day today trying to put this all back together. But I don't know if the customer, Yomasa, wants it still, because he has the impression that this machine got possessed by Arne, and it's cursed, so he probably wants a different machine. We'll see. So he checks the machine. Okay, get on. Yes, sir. Huh? Okay, so he wants Keiji to prove that this machine is all fixed up and all ready to go for the customer. And it looks like everything is starting as it's supposed to. Okay, so lights. Wait, this system's just a dummy? I turn on the VORKS as instructed. The canopy closes and the VORKS stands up. And I suddenly lose visibility. Okay, so now we're inside the cockpit where Keiji is sitting, and this is what he sees. I feel stabbing pain deep in my chest. It's a really disturbing feeling, like someone stuffed a hedgehog down my throat. So I think the feeling that now the big boss is here, he wants some proof that Keiji and Kumiko were doing something productive during today's work, rather than letting Arne play with one of the machines. So, well, make sure this machine, or show me that you did do something productive and you made some progress today. I feel like utter crap. Well, keep going. I want to see more. Yes, sir. So it walks, and now he wants to see if the arms move as intended. So he pulls the lever. In an instant, the pressure levels drop, and the failsafe mechanism kicks in due to the loss in hydraulic fluid. Both arms steadily lose power, falling limp. Uh-oh. I think there's still some problems with the hydraulic system. It's probably leaking, and maybe there's not enough fluid. Well, obviously there's not enough fluid in the system. But thankfully there's a safety mechanism that prevents the machine from falling completely in the event of a failed hydraulic system. And it shuts down. Huh? Why? So now Gramps has evidence that they were not being productive at work today, and they had too much fun letting Kumiko be on a roller coaster ride controlled by Arne. Okay, so what does an old model have to do with the problems that Tetsuji is trying to uncover? Crap, I can't believe I made such a mistake. The moment I realize what he's talking about, all the blood drains from my face. I've hit my limit. Okay, so he turns off the machine. And he vomits. So, okay, so I think the machine, it passes under Tetsuji's, qualifications. And even though the hydraulic system failed, at least Tetsuji thinks that, okay, well, at least it's okay, it's good enough for it to, be sent out to a customer. My regards. It's a few minutes after the incident. Kumiko and I keep our heads bowed, even though the truck's already set off. Phew. Okay, so even though the hydraulic system has problems, at least Tetsuji acknowledges that this is an old machine, and well, there'll be some problems, but at least it's good enough to be sent to the customer. Well, I'm pretty sure there are some bosses that would be very strict and say, hey, why didn't you get this fixed? I want this fixed right away, and by looking at you playing with Arne with our own VORKS machine, you're wasting time. So you're gonna stay overtime and get this thing fixed so that I can get this to a customer by the end of today. At least he's more tolerant with Keiji. It must be that huge, all that tension, that huge inadvertent sigh. I'm sure her worry has more to do with concern for my health than with our failure at work. Yeah, everything's normal. I'm such a loser, making her worry like this. Well, as I'm ruminating on what I've done. Well, at least Keiji knows that, well, I did do a poor job today. And even though Gramps took the machine, I still kind of feel bad that our customer is going to get a defective VORKS machine. Oh yeah. I take the cup from her, have a swig of water, and rinse my mouth out. I then take a nice long gulp. I'm grateful that she gave me lukewarm water rather than cold, so it doesn't irritate my throat. I hurt when I vomited earlier. Well, thanks for the water, Shino. At least Shino's like, well, don't work too hard. Don't stretch yourself out. It's bad for your health. Shino is used to this kind of thing, so she doesn't seem to be worrying as much as Kumiko. So how long has Kumiko worked at this place? Maybe a few months, I'm guessing. But I'm sure it's bothering her. And I'm such a loser. And I think Arne understands Keiji's feelings and she kind of feels bad as well. So what's up, Arne?
ケイジ、ボークス嫌い？
So Keiji, VORKS dislike? That's... Well, she's so direct, I'm at an immediate loss for words. Okay, so we notice a dog. Not sure why.
あれってお隣のジョン？
The neighbor's dog, John, barks and runs toward us. So I'm wondering if the dog is upset, because I do know from episode 8 that Shino gave a dog dish for Arne to eat. And it was John's dish. And now John's hungry and wants something to eat, but there's no dish for John, and he's upset, and he's going after the person that got rid of the dog dish. Let's see if that's true or not. And Arne just emotionless, like, yeah, what's going on? Oh, Shino! Okay, so I'm pretty sure that is the doggy dish that was for John, and he knows that Arne ate it up, and now he wants it back. Oh, again? Wait, so what does Keiji mean by again? Like, Oh, don't worry, Arne can handle John. And Shino's worrying too much. But Shino does notice that Arne is trying to shake John off. Arne gets barked at by the dogs all the time. I think every dog she passes when we are out for a walk has a go at her. Okay, so it's like, well, Arne just attracts every dog for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. So I don't think it has anything to do with the dog dish that Shino fed to Arne in episode 8. Or the dog can smell that Arne is basically metal. But Shino needs to stop worrying. Okay, so Arne's housekeeper. Okay, so Shino, what are we supposed to do with this? And I'm pretty sure there's nothing that Shino can do, given that she's all freaked out right now. So what do you usually do then? How do you handle the other dogs that come at you? So I just let it bite until it gets tired. Or maybe kind of like so it kind of reminds me of that metal cap from Super Mario 64. If you wear it, Mario becomes metal, and as metal, he can go underwater, and he's more resistant to all the attacks from enemies. And I think Arnie's pretty much like she has a infinite amount of or she has a power that's equal to having a metal cap that lasts for infinite amounts of time.
最悪交尾をやめさせる時みたいに水ぶっかけるか。
So water?
どっちもひどい。
So maybe we should spray some water on this dog and it'll make the dog scared and then he'll run away.
シノ。
Oh, Shino! Help me!
仲良くしよう。ほら、昨日本で読んだでしょ。お腹を撫でて服従させるの。
Oh, really? That's gonna help? So maybe we should make friends with the dog, rub his belly, he'll feel comfortable, and...
やあ。
So Shino gives that advice to Arne. And she's gonna do it. Wow. So one move, Arne flips the dog over.
わしゃわしゃわしゃ。
Oh, so it does work. And the dog's all relieved and...
おお、すごい。わしゃわしゃ手なずけてる。
So maybe Arne rubbed it so hard that it makes the dog all relaxed. So it's like a really, really big massage for the dog.
昨日の勉強の成果が出てる。そっか。最近アルネちゃんが犬の本を読みたがってたのはそういうことだったんだ。借りてきてよかった。
And it looks like the textbook example worked. Interesting. And it's kind of making Shino a little bit jealous. Like, wow, Arne can make it suddenly work.
こうか、こうか、これか、ここがいいのか。
So like this, does it work? Is it like this?
シノさん、どんな本読ませたんですか？
So what kind of book is it?
違う。あれは私がなんとなく見てた癒し系動画の真似だね。
I wonder if the video is fictional or it's non-fiction, so it's like some kind of scientific video about dogs.
こうかこうか。そんなにだらしなく舌を垂らして本当にお前はだらしないメス犬だな。
And the dog seems to enjoy it.
シノさん、結構激しいの見てますね。
Well, I don't call that cute animal videos are extreme.
違うの。もっとほのぼの動画なの。
But she was like, well, Arnie's just pushing it too far. She's doing it, or she's going too extreme with it.
どや、どうなんや。ほれほれ。
So the dog is happy. And I wonder if Arnie's gonna do it to the other dogs that she comes across.
臭いです。全員お風呂です。
Okay, so it's afternoon. It's like, okay, you're off work. You guys are dirty, all sweaty, so it's time for you all to get cleaned up. So with a single cry from the eldest crane in our herd, we find ourselves headed for a soak in the baths after work. Two of us have been working up a sweat all day and the others covered in dog slobber. So that would be Arne. The smell of the latter is especially bad. The stink of that stuff is beyond extreme. And saying that though, people are apparently desensitized to their own scent. For all I know, there might be scant difference between the stench of my sweat and Arne's dog slobber to Shino. So it's like, well, either way, it still smells bad. So Kumiko actually wants to eat something before she goes into the baths. So Kumiko makes this suggestion as we pass by the butcher shop. I guess that's only to be expected of a greedy guts like Kumiko Kirishima. Okay? So Shino's like, well, it's bad to eat right after, or it's bad to wash up right after you eat. So why don't we go shower first and then we eat? Wait, I don't know what Kumiko's trying to say. Something about running a ton before I go to sleep. That's true. So the reason you're going to the bath is because you smell bad. And that's why I want you to be cleaned up. And if you eat, then it's going to be really hard for you to go into the baths afterwards. Because it's bad for your body. Or your stomach at least. Kumiko reluctantly waved goodbye to the old woman who runs the butcher shop. She eats those things almost every day, and isn't she tired of all of them? Okay, so we come across Uemasa, and his machine was used by Keiji when he went to that when he went to discover Arne, and Uemasa obviously recognizes Arne. He's like, oh, don't use my robot, okay? And the florist looks at Arne from the good side of the mirror versus Uemasa, who's kind of scared about Arne. He thinks that she's a monster. And I wonder if Uemasa actually got a different VORKS machine than the one that was used in the beginning.
Oh, Gumi じゃねえか。って宇宙人?
And I wonder if the adults are still kind of worried about Arne being around. Oh, it's an alien, a figure from some other world. That's kind of scary. She might be a monster. Whereas Shino and Kumiko and Keiji are like, it's okay. She's nice. She helped Keiji through the fires.
その耳みたいなのってコスプレっていうやつでしょ。最近メイド喫茶っていうのもできたし、この街も徐々に長くなってきたわね。
Okay. So with each step we take down the street, someone calls out to us. But a maid cafe in this town, it really feels like we're a little bit late to the party. Well, I guess it's typical of us to be a bit behind the times. Well, I kind of guess so, maybe. Well, it is quite amazing how only the town's women are able to accept Arne without any trouble. Okay, so it is more than Shino and Kumiko. So at least the other females in the town, they're kind of okay with Arne. because at least she looks cute in her human form. And the men don't ignore her, but they don't exactly know how to deal with her either. Well, it's not like I have any idea myself despite being so close to her. So even Keiji's kind of questioning about Arne, he still doesn't know about Arne in detail. Okay. No problem.
お世話になってます。
いやー、本当に助かったぜ。摂氏さんにも迷惑かけずに済んだし、今度大崎の大将にうまい酒持っていくわ。
Okay. Haha, yeah, thanks. I'm sure Gramps will be pleased. So, what kind of questions does Shino have for Kumiko, and why is she up to Kumiko's ear? So, what happened on the other day?
前に納品に行った時、現場でボックスが動かなくなって困ってるところにちょうど通りかかって応急処置したんですよ。
Okay, so Kumiko mentioned that during that other day when we were going to deliver something, some guy had a problem with his VORKS machine, and he happened to intercept us on that day, and we quickly took it in for repairs, and even though it was not part of the schedule.
そんなことがあったんだ。
Oh, I see. So, how's your VORKS been after we gave it those emergency repairs?
悪くないね。合期にも間に合いそうだ。
Oh, it did great, and plus I was able to meet deadlines with this repaired machine. That's good to hear. There were only emergency repairs though, so the engine must or might burn out if you put too much stress on it, so please be careful.
やっぱりそろそろ買い替えかね。
Well, it's getting kind of old, so it's gonna wear out, it's gonna be past its expected life cycles, and I'm gonna have to get another one. But I'm pretty sure Keiji and Kumiko can refurbish this machine, change all the big parts, and bring it back to life, and have it be good to go for a few more years. And come to think of it, you say you wanted a bit more power, right? So I should be getting the right parts for that in stock pretty soon. So it's like, okay, well also you wanted some upgrades, you wanted it to have more power, and we can do that when we refurbish your VORKS machine.
おお、前に話したやつか。それで、
But either way, it would be a big cost-saving measure versus buying a brand new one.
またお仕事の話してる。
And Shino is concerned about Keiji as usual. She was like, well, don't you think Keiji should be taking a break from all the work that he did today? And even though he's off the clock, he's still talking about work and meeting with the customer and discussing details about what the construction worker needs or should do regarding his old VORKS machine.
親方、あんまり自分じゃ新製品の売り込みしないですからね。
And so I'm feeling that they're better, or they have more expertise in repairing and refurbishing machines rather than selling new ones.
哲司さん、
はは、商売がうまくなったじゃね ねえか、坊主。
I don't really think that Keiji really made a sales pitch. He just made suggestions about what he should do with his old VORKS machine, rather than, oh, this is a new machine, has all the good features, and that's what I call a sales pitch. Oof. Okay. Alright then. This guy pats me heartily on the back, and I'm kind of stunned by his words.
おう、今度のメンテの時に試し見せてくれよ、その新製。
Okay, yes, thank you very much. We'll be waiting for you. I keep my head bowed as the man waves goodbye.
先輩、営業お疲れ様です。やりましたね。イエーイ。
Yeah, well, I still don't feel that it sounds like a sales tactic. Score, I reach up and meet Kumiko's high five. Well, it's not like he's actually made the order yet, though.
いやいや、こういう地道な活動が後の大きな成功につながるんですよ。
Well, at least it's a start, says Kumiko. Ah, yeah. I gotta get that manufacturer to do a stock check tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry for making you wait.
お仕事だもんね。仕方ないよ。ケイジ、叩かれてた。痛い？悲しい？
Oh no, he was complimenting me. I'm happy.
叩かれて嬉しい。
Happy? Well, I would really prefer if you put it a little differently, but it's kind of a pain to explain. Well, it's an emotion, and it's really hard to describe emotions in words. To someone who has no idea what happy is.
よし、あるね。こっちおいで。うい。こうやって頭をぐしゃぐしゃして、よくやったって褒めてるような感じ。
So Kimiko's demonstrating what being happy means to Arne.
うわー。わかった？
So do you understand what happy means now?
これが嬉しいの？
That serious expression of yours makes it hard for me to agree. So Keiji still thinks that Arne still doesn't understand what being happy means.
アルネちゃん、いい？叩いたのはあのおじさんなりの褒め方なの。
And Shino's just explaining about what just happened, and obviously that's not going to teach Arne what happy means.
暴力で称賛？
And I'm pretty sure it's non-violent. Or Arne interpreted it incorrectly.
暴力とはまた違うんだけど、難しいよね。
There you go.
よし、今度までの宿題にしよう。私がまた調べてみてね。
Okay, well, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to find a good way to teach you about emotions and what being happy means.
わかった。一旦棚に置く。
Okay?
置いちゃいましょう。
Okay, so let's just end it here for now.
棚上げ。棚上げ。
So the two of them mimic putting something on the back burner.
なんか一番難しいことをさらりとしてる気が。
But Shina's been like that for as long as I can remember. She always says to just leave the hard things on the back burner.
ケイジも結構やってたの？これ。
Well, yeah, no more room on the stovetop. So I was like, oh, well, she likes to push all the hard topics for later. I wonder how many things she's missed that are crucial to get Arne to understand really important topics. Okay, well, Shino, let's get going.
はーい。
The Shino takes the girl's hands and walks along beside her. It almost feels like I'm looking back at my past self. It's nostalgic, but kind of embarrassing. It wasn't really embarrassing for me at the time, of course, but I tried to put those feelings on the back burner as well. Put anything unpleasant off or difficult to one side and keep on going. That's what Shino's all about. Well, it does take the stress out of your life, in a sense. But because you're not necessarily throwing them out, you can always revisit these things later and find out what they mean. Well, that's a good idea. It's like, well, maybe later something will happen and I'll be able to understand what it means versus trying to push myself hard to make me understand what it is right now. And when you think about it that way, putting things on the back burner can be pretty helpful, even when you do work. That's true.
どうしたの？
Nothing, I was just thinking about something. Reaching back for those things once in a while is pretty fun as well. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I'm pretty sure in the next episode we're going to see them head to the bats. And I'm kind of wondering when Shino's going to be able to have enough knowledge to explain emotions to Arne. The feeling of being happy, because that's a pretty hard topic to explain. And if you haven't really... Well, you can't really explain it in words. You have to experience it yourself. And I wonder what kind of experience Shino and Kumiko and Keiji are going to present to Arne to get her to understand different emotions, like being happy. It's kind of the same thing as experiencing things that are hot and cold. And there's one movie that I watched before where he was trying, like the main character was trying to explain to a girl what red and blue is, even though she's blind. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see something similar to this in Coronal Blossom. So with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.